The story of Atalanta, the Swift-footed Huntress. One of the renowned stories in Greek mythology is the story of Atalanta. She was titled as a swift-footed huntress, a wrestler, and a runner. When Atalanta was born, her father, the king of Arcadia, abandoned her in the middle of the forest because he wanted a male offspring and not a daughter. Atalanta was saved and fed by a she-bear and then found by hunters. At a very young age, Atalanta showed an inborn aptitude for hunting, and for that, the young girl joined the group of hunters and started to worship Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. Because of Atalanta's talent, she became famous, and so her father acknowledged her and regret the act that he committed against his daughter. Atalanta became even more famous after defeating Achilles' father in a wrestling match, and upon participating in the Caledonian Wild War hunt, which tragically ended with the death of Meleager. Atalanta's beauty attracted numerous suitors, but she kept on rejecting every suitor that tried to pursue her, because according to the prophecy, Atalanta's marriage would be her undoing. In order to get rid of her suitors, her father being concerned about his daughter's fate, he conjured a plan of a race wherein the one who could beat Atalanta in a running contest would be worth to marry Atalanta. However, if they fail to win the race, they have to pay for such defeat with their own life. Regardless of the penalty in case of defeat, many of her suitors still decided to take risks of their own lives to marry Atalanta, but they all ended up dead as they failed to defeat the young huntress. Assuming that Atalanta was unbeatable, Atalanta and her father thought that she was already safe from the said prophecy, not until a young man named Hippomenes came. Hippomenes, just like the other suitors, tried to risk competing with Atalanta in a race. Knowing that it is impossible to win against Atalanta, he begged and asked Aphrodite to help him in conquering the young and beautiful Atalanta. And so Aphrodite gave him the golden apples from the garden of Hesperides. During the race, Atalanta was about to take the lead, and so Hippomenes dropped one of the golden apples into the ground to distract Atalanta during the race. Atalanta couldn't resist the precious golden apples and picked each pieces. Hippomenes took the chance to cross the line and ended up defeating Atalanta. As promised, Atalanta was married to Hippomenes and they loved each other immensely. One day, the couple had an intercourse in the temple of Cybele, and due to the rage of the goddess, she decided to transform the couple into lions because Greeks believed that lions could not mate with other lions but only with leopards. So that is how Atalanta's story ended. From the story of Atalanta, Atalanta symbolizes a strong, brave, and independent woman. There are several significant human experiences that we can depict from the story of Atalanta. One of those are the following. Not at all times, men can dominate women. Women can also excel and build their own identity. We must be very careful in making our decisions for us not to regret our actions. We can't always be great. There are instances that we will win and lose our battles. Lastly, if we really want something, we are more than willing to take the risk to achieve it, even if that risk already worth our lives.